Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is Brother Zahar coming back at you again. This is No Saint Left Behind. First I just want to start off with saying Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rekar Kwadash. That's blessed the name of the Most High, in the name of His Son, He who saves, Yahushai, and in the name of the Holy Spirit. We get double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And this lesson right here is going to be on the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. I see a lot of people getting it, man, willfully, and a lot of jobs right now is making people get it. And not only that, my job now is set up for the mark of the beast now. Now you got to do is just swipe your card in front of the machine and it reads it. You ain't even got to touch the machine and it reads your card. So, and we got vending machines that's set up for the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. So they pushing this thing, man. This thing is about to be mandatory real soon. And this is what's going to truly separate you from the Most High Yahweh and His Son Yahushua. So we're going to get into this thing, man, and refresh your mind on what not to do, man, according to the Word. Before I start, let's get a scripture, man. Let's see what the Messiah, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, say. Yahushua, the Hamashiach. Matthew 24 and verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. So I'm asking you now. He's telling you through me to take heed. Don't let these people deceive you, man, with this mark of the beast, this RFID chip, just because it look plain and easy, and you don't have to use money. You have to keep up with your money no more. You ain't got to keep up with your cell phone, your identification and your hospital bills and your payments and your appointments. It's all going to be in this chip. Don't be deceived by it, though. Let's listen to this.
The terrifying future of every 80s science fiction movie has finally arrived. A vending machine company in Wisconsin is offering to implant its employees physically in their bodies with microchips. Three Square Market says the chips, which are about the size of a grain of rice, can be used to access computers, operate printers, or buy goods from vending machines. Todd Westby is the owner of Three Square Markets. He's welcoming us to the brave new world, and he joins us tonight. Mr. Westby, thanks a lot for coming on.
Yes, thank you for having me, Tucker. Glad to be here.
So, on the one hand, of course, I salute your, American innovation. On the other hand, I shiver in horror at the level of control you'll have over your employees once you implant microchips in their bodies. Why would you do that?
Well, that's really a misconception regarding the microchips. They're not GPS devices. We cannot track them in the workplace at all. They're basically used for conveniences that happen at the workplace.
And all this is he's saying is a lie. So they don't use this to track you. They use this to track you. They can use this to send signals through your brain to make you act like somebody totally different. They got things in here that they can send signals through your brain that can heal your body and everything, man. That's why the word said he seemed to make himself God. He's going to do temporary miracles, man, to try to deceive the people. But this man is lying, man. This devil, this Edomite is lying.
Right. And around the world. There are really no tracking devices at all, and we can't trace them anywhere.
Yeah. Leaving aside the fact that, of course, I don't believe you, why not just give your employees cards? Do they not have pockets in their clothing? Why would you want to inject them with something like this?
They have access to proximity cards, which will do the same thing as a chip. They also have access to password or PIN pads with 4-digit logins that will get them in the building. However, it's much more convenient to a lot of our employees, being a technology company of break room markets and payment systems. It's the convenience factor that our employees are really in favor of.
Do you tattoo them with anything?
No, we do not. It's basically a implant that goes right beneath the skin between your thumb and your forefinger.
Now, if an employee had this implanted in his or her hand and then left your company, quit, could you pull them back using the chip? Could you instruct them to come back?
No, we cannot.
Now, did you see him just smile? That's a lie. They can send signals through your body. They can control your brain. That's why he asked him, if the person leave your company, could you use that chip to make them come back? They can use that chip to make you come back. They can use that chip to make you a killer, to make you a homosexual. They can send different vibrations and signals through your brain, man. And I'm telling you, man, the Bible said that the Edomite, so-called white man, is wiser than Daniel. They have the technology, man. Everything you see in these movies is true, man. They can take these chips and they can make you turn into a zombie, man. For real. I'm going to show y'all some stuff. Just watch.
They'll probably keep the chip in because we have a lot of non-employees that are actually going to be implanted with the chip on Tuesday next week, along with we've had calls from several hospitals and about over 20 businesses that are very interested in getting this chip.
Now, how you can change their opinions with these chips or their thoughts with the chips?
Well, we don't change their opinions or...
See, you see how he hesitated? He didn't know how to answer that question. He can change they can change your thoughts and your opinions, man. They can control your brain, your everyday life, man. The so-called white man, Edomite, want to be Yahweh. We want to be the Most High God so bad, man, that he's got the technology now where he can control your thinking, your actions, man. Listen to this one more time and watch how he hesitates to answer.
With the chips? How you can change their opinions with these chips or their thoughts with the chips?
Well, we don't change their opinions or thoughts with...
See, you see how this devil lying, how he hesitated? I'm telling you, man. Be prepared, y'all. It's about to go down any time now. I'm telling you. Get yourself right with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Chips at all. No, there's no frequencies, no, weird science that happens with it. It's just basically an RFID chip that has to be held within 6 inches of a proximity reader. And earlier you mentioned passwords and people having access to them. One of the benefits of this chip is it literally eliminates passwords whatsoever anywhere within the business, and you can log in with your microchipped hand so that nobody knows the passwords, not even you.
Oh. Now, I'm joking in a lot of my questions, but when you say there's no weird science in this, we're just injecting a microchip into your body so you can use the printer, we would at least concede there's some weird science in it.
Well, it is out there as far as technology goes, but so was the driverless car 10 years ago, and now we have people sitting in it without a driver.
Huh. That's still weird technology. Technology. Last question, Todd, really quick. Would you be comfortable if the government or Amazon, same thing, I guess, did this to you?
Well, they do it to the military right now. The government does, and it's...
You see, he didn't answer that question, did you? Because he ain't going to do it. He won't put it on the military because the government... See, the government got all these soldiers, Chip.
Did this to you?
Well, they do it to the military right now. The government does, and it's a huge tactical advantage out on the fields, also with children. And we had a country call us regarding kidnappings. They're having a problem. So,
yeah. So he just sat there lying. Let's get a scripture, man. Let's go to Revelations. Yeah. Better watch these devils. Revelations 13 and 16. And it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So, I mean, this is what's about to go down, man. This is going to be the next technology. This right here is going to separate the men from the boys, and the women from the ladies. Because the women is not going to take this, because the women is going to be servants of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, just like the men is. But the boys, those who are not under that elect, or that 1/3, they're going to take this man to be tripped. Because he said small and great, rich and poor. It don't matter who you are. I don't care who you are. Rich or poor, everybody's going to take this thing unless you follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know, I ain't gonna say everybody gonna take it. You got a lot of people that's not gonna take it, but they still not caught on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, so they won't be saved. They won't have no protection. Come on, we're not through. Let's get into some more.
Implantable human chips. Supporters hail the technology as a medical marvel, but critics warn that the potential risks are real.
Well, they talked about, for example, electrical hazards. This thing is by no means inert. The way it works is it actually picks up and amplifies ambient electromagnetic energy from the reader devices. And if you have one of these things in your arm and you get within range of a powerful electromagnetic field, it can actually burn you.
Oh, and by the way,
See, the so-called white man, the Edomites, are getting ready for their new world order, man. They bringing their new world order in now. You know, I know I'm going to end up losing my job because I'm not going to take this chip. And my job is prepared. They've been preparing for this chip. Everything is swipe. You ain't got to touch nothing. Just set your car right in front of it. So they getting ready for their new world order, man. These Edomites, man. They about to try to kill over 7.5 billion people. That's what they're going to try to do, but it ain't going to work.
they can kill you if you get out of line. A closer look at the who and the why behind this idea.
All right, this next story may sound like something out of, a Hollywood thriller. A Saudi inventor has created a killer microchip. It's designed to track terrorists and criminals and, well, you can think of somebody. Not only does it include a GPS device, it also has a lethal dose of cyanide, which can be activated at any time.
You hear that? They said they got a lethal dose of cyanide in these chips. So if you're not operating the way they want you to, you're not doing what they ask you to do or what they want you to do, they can just let the cyanide leak through the chip and just go ahead and take you out. So either way it goes, do or die, man. If you take it, you're going to die. If you don't take it, you might die. Because the word teaches that some of us won't, some of the people won't see death. Some of us won't see death. See, because the dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first, and those which are remain shall also rise to meet him in the air. So some people ain't going to see death. But the way things going down, if you ain't got Yahweh Shai, you fucked if you do, if you don't take it. Salaki for my language.
Point. The inventor's bid for a patent has been rejected in Germany. Joining us now this morning to talk about it, Jake Ward, deputy editor of Popular Science. Okay, this is pretty macabre, pretty sinister and nefarious. How exactly would this work?
Well, there's a category of technology that involves GPS tracking systems being shrunk down to the size where you could actually implant it surgically. And we've seen a number of applications for this. This is without question the most sinister version of it that I've certainly heard of. And the notion of tracking criminals is not new, but the notion of killing them remotely, I think, is a whole new thing.
Yeah, and Germany says, look.
So you see, he said killing them remotely. So, I mean, they're going to give people these chips, man, because they're trying to start their new world order. You know, and then they're going to hit that side, hit that remote and leak that cyanide in your body. They're going to start wiping these people out, man.
We're not going to approve this because for that very purpose. And apparently, in some of the paperwork and applying for the patent, you could track fugitives from justice, terrorists, illegal immigrants, criminals, political opponents, defectors.
See what they say? You can track criminals and illegal immigrants. I'm telling you now, those people down there on that border, a Mexico border, them Honduras and Mexicans and all those people that cross the border, they done tuck their kids and separate them, putting them on Walmart FEMA camps. I'm going to tell you, excuse me, Shalaki, they chipping those people, man. That's why they got those people jacked up. They chipping them so they can know where they at all times, man. These people are being chipped.
And Saudi Arabians who don't return home from pilgrimage. It's a little bit wild.
I agree. I mean, the thing about this kind of patent is Germany has very tight laws about making sure that you're not registering something that really is just a bad idea, a scary idea. And in this case, this guy obviously has some very strong feelings about what it would be used for, but it just seems a little outlandish.
Yeah, well, terrorist groups might be interested. I'm sure they'd be happy to grant their own form of a patent for that.
Sure.
The bigger world, though, of GPS, talk to us about how it's being used to, for example, track sex offenders?
Sure. The Washington State Legislature right now is considering the possibility of registering perhaps 100 sex offenders with a GPS chip that's implanted in their shoulder because they found that a few of them have been wearing them on their wrists and then have cut them off, which just defeats the purpose. And so, but the larger world of this technology is actually pretty happy stuff. I mean, there is new technology for tracking Alzheimer's patients, who may have gotten
wander away.
Right.
Sure.
Tracking the vital signs of professional athletes from the sideline. There's been a couple of cases in which football players have collapsed of heat exhaustion, and seeing the early warning signs of that. There's technology that sort of allows you to do that remotely.
So you see how they're trying to present this thing to make it sound like that it's a good thing? I'm telling you, it's not. This is not a good thing, man. So they tell me you can check and track if they got high blood pressure or if they got cardiac arrest, their heart beating too hard or whatever. This devil's tricky, man. He's cunning, man. Let's go to Ephesians 5 and 6. He says, Ephesians 5 and 6, let no man deceive you with vain words. See, all this stuff they talking is empty, man. Don't be deceived by this. Even a lot of these people going to take it because they're going to do like they do them, stimulum checks. They're going to tell you, if you take this chip, it already got like $1,500, $2,000 on it. It's like a stimulus check during tax season. Do you not know that most of these so-called black women, the Israelite women, going to take this just for that money? These niggas too. Telling you, like the words say right here, Ephesians 5 and 6, let no man deceive you with vain words. Because vain just means empty words, For because of these things cometh the wrath of Yahweh upon the children of disobedience. So the Most High telling you don't take this chip. And if you take this chip, his wrath is going to come upon you because of your disobedience. Verse 7. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. So don't be partakers with these people, man, and what they got going on. I'm going to show you one more, then I'm going to end this thing. Let's get this going.
Super 5702.
Dave, we have stuff that even the Mossad doesn't know we have. And he specifically mentioned them. He goes, they know pretty much everything we do. They don't know. We have stuff that can literally change a person's DNA. We have stuff that can turn them into zombie-acting characters. And he said, watch this.
See, he said they got stuff that could change your DNA, that could turn you to zombie-acting characters, man. This junk is for real, man. They're not lying.
Drill that we do in 2 weeks. And it was the October 31st, 2012 drill in San Diego, and I actually have this on one of my stories, where people were dressed up with makeup artists to act like zombies, and they were being shot down in a simulation, and it was a FEMA DHS civil control drill.
See, a FEMA DSS civil control drill. FEMA, telling you, FEMA is out to kill y'all people, man. See those coffins FEMA have? You see they turn all these Walmarts and Kmarts and Toys R Us and Sam's Clubs into what? Prisons, concentration camps. Hold on, let's go here. Let's get a word right quick. Let's go back to Revelations. I tell you, man, they turn these things into prison, man. These concentration camps, man. Let's go here, Revelation 13:15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't take this mark of the beast, a lot of people are going to be killed and thrown into prisons, these concentration camps. And if you do take it, you're still going to be destroyed by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
In San Diego, and they reported it on the San Diego TV stations, and they made a joke out of it because it was Halloween and zombies and all this stuff. But
I remember that.
He said, we have the ability to make people behave this way. And he said, and we use the chemtrails, nanotechnology. He said, it's all here.
Now, we've heard before.
So you hear him talking about the chemtrails too? Tell you, man, they've been taking us out, man. And they're not going to stop until they get they try to get their New World Order implemented, which is never going to happen.
chips being implanted in the body, but here at Reading University they're looking at something else. What happens when one of those chips gets a computer virus? Well, here's Dr. Mark Gasson.
But this technology has really developed over the last 5 or 10 years. And really now we should consider these devices to be more like little computers. They can store information, manipulate information, do simple computations. So when we're implanting this type of device, really we're implanting it like a miniature computer.
Now, you've actually got a chip implanted in your hand, haven't you?
Yeah, I have one in my hand. What that allows me to do is, for example, have secure access to the building. It allows me to use my mobile phone because it can recognise, the phone can recognise me via the chip, but no one else can use my phone. Risks. So these are...
Just show us what you've
So
done.
you hear these benefits they talking about that you get, as using your phone. Nobody can use it because you got the chip. You got to put a screensaver. You ain't got to put a lock on your phone no more. I mean, this junk is crazy, man.
To that chip.
Well, what I can do is actually read the contents of the device. This last part of all the information inside the device is actually a computer virus. So what this allows the chip to do is when it accesses a system, the system reads the contents and then gets infected by the virus. And then any other device using the system then becomes infected by the virus as well.
Now, you've given the chip a virus. Why should that matter?
As we look to the future, I think this sort of technology, implantable technologies, is actually going to become fairly commonplace. If we look at medical technologies, for example, heart pacemakers, this is a deep brain stimulator unit which is implanted in the chest and actually has electrodes that go into the centre of the brain. If we look at these types of applications of implantable technology, there are benefits, but there are also risks associated with that.
So we're looking at a future where you could have some advanced medical device inside you, and that could be infected by some other chip inside you.
Yeah, that's right. That's quite possible. And equally, someone who's carrying an infected medical device could feasibly infect someone else.
So we've got a future where we could all become one sort of great big walking computer infected with a virus.
That's quite possible.
These people are crazy. Let's get one more scripture, man. I'm going to end this thing. Let's go to 1 Timothy, man. 1 Timothy 5:22, I believe it is. And it says, lay hands subtly on no man, neither be partaker of other men's sins. Keep thyself pure. So all this is what they talking about is nothing but a sin. And the word is telling us don't be partakers of another man's sin, which is the Edomite sin. These so-called Caucasian, they the one got this mark of the beast thing drawn up. So read that one more time. 1 Timothy 5:22. Lay hands subtly on no man, neither be partaker of other men's sins. Keep thyself pure. So, hey, I'm warning you, stay away from this mark of the beast, this RFID chip. Get yourself right with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. With that being said, I just want to say, call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All praises to the Most High in the name of His Son, He who saves Yahushua. Shalom.